I've got an internet crush.
I don't know about you, but in the summertime, I want my skin balanced. I want it to be hydrated, but not overly greasy. I want it to be highlighted in the right spots, glowy in the right spots, not greasy in the wrong spots, mattified where I want it to be, and still last till the end of the day. If all of that plus a little bit of SPF protection is what you're looking for, keep watching and I'll show you how to get this summer ready makeup look. We are going to be starting off with arguably the most important part of this entire tutorial, which is just the skincare. A lot of people think all of the tips and all of the important bits are going to be in the makeup step. But if you have dry flakes, if you have oily areas, makeup is not going to fix those problems. It has to start with your base. So I'm going to start off by using Daubo White Truffle Double Serum and Cream. They're the partner for this video, and I'm so excited to share it with you because it actually has two different sections, a serum and the cream part, so you can actually adjust it to the exact ratio that your skin needs of hydration. Can I just say how important it is, even in the summertime, even if you happen to have oily skin or oily areas, you must moisturize in the summer. Your own oils are not the same thing as getting hydration, not to mention something like this has white truffle in it, which has so many good antioxidants, which help with oxidative stress, with anti-aging. Obviously, you're getting the hydration. There's vitamin C in it. The smell is so nice and light and fresh. It's not too much. Also, for my acne-prone girls, this is non-comedogenic. It's not going to break you out. Proper skincare before you start is going to help all of your makeup to lay so much smoother. And if you know you have certain areas where you do get a little more flaky, just take a little bit more of the cream and you can do an extra little dab where you need a little bit more hydration. If you have combination skin, you can use a 1-to-1 ratio. If you have oily skin, 2 of the serum to 1 of the cream. And then for dry skin, 2 of the cream and 1 of the serum. You see the glow to my skin. So if you want to check this out, it's going to be only $28, which is an insane discount for Amazon Prime Day. That's July 16th through 17th. Plus they also have a special promotional period from July 18th through the 28th. I'll leave a link to the Amazon page in the info box down below. Okay, next, you must use your sunscreen. This is the Kosas Dream Beam. It's SPF 40, and I really like that it's a mineral sunscreen. It has a little bit of a tint and glow to it as well. And then for foundation, I'm actually going to use something a little bit more on the lightweight side. You can honestly use a heavier foundation if you want. I just personally don't like using anything too heavy, especially during the summertime when things are going to be slip sliding down my face a lot. I want something a little more lightweight and natural on my skin, so I'm going to be using the Kosas BB Burst. I'm using the shade 21 Light Medium Neutral. This has a really watery kind of texture. It's super nice and light and hydrating. Next, I'm going in with my eye primer. Lately, I don't hear people talking about eye primers as much as they used to, but I feel like it's an absolute necessity during the summer. So if you don't use an eyeshadow primer, try one out. It really makes a huge difference. I'm also not going too heavy with concealer. I'm really using it to just spot conceal areas where I feel like I need a little more coverage, and just a tiny bit on my under eyes. I'm not getting too close up where any of my little fine lines are, but just right underneath there, down the middle of my nose, kind of covering the redness. And I'm just tapping this in with my fingertip. I'm not using a brush because I feel like a brush kind of pushes away a lot of the product, but especially with concealer, I really just want to press it down and melt it into my skin. Next, I'm gonna add a little bronzy glow. So I'm taking my stick bronzer high on my cheekbones here, across my forehead, because I kind of like having that contoured tan forehead look. And I'm also gonna add this to my outer eye area, kind of like an easy eyeshadow. Next, I'm going to apply a nice summery blush. This is Joy from Rare Beauty. I love this color. It's like kind of a coral, so it brings a lot of warmth to the skin. And then one of my favorite tricks in how to apply this is you make a streak down your hand and kind of rub these together so it blurs it out a bit like that. Tap this down your cheeks. And that makes it so there aren't any harsh edges. It applies super fast. You don't have to wash any extra brushes. I also like having a little bit on the tip of my nose. It almost gives like a youthful sunburnt nose, like I just was running outside and I got a little warm kind of look. My personal take is doing this on the tip of the nose. You can also go across the nose bridge. It's kind of whatever sunburnt kind of vibe you're going for. Next, I'm gonna do just a really simple eye look. I'm gonna use a lighter color on the inner half of my eye, stick Sticking with the warm makeup theme, I'm using this peachier nude shade. I'm going to apply this in a little circle, and then I'm going to blend this in and also blending this upward, the angle toward my eyebrow. Probably the most important thing is to just really blend out all of these edges. We don't want this to be like a sharp cut crease. It's going to be really soft, really natural. For the lower lashes, I'm taking that same shade and I'm going slightly below my lash line out here, kind of drawing it straight across and then blending that upward. Gonna kind of open up the eyes without being like a really harsh line. Trust the process, you'll see what I mean. Now I'm going to apply my eyeliner. I'm starting in the middle of where my pupil is. It's just gonna be a super thin line. Now I'm taking a dark brown shadow, going in with this reddish color, sticking with the warm theme, and I'm just going to draw a double line above the liner to set it and also make it a little bit smoky. At this point, you can add a little more depth if you want to. I don't want to add too much, but just to add a little more balance with the top and lower lid. I'm gonna fill in my brows and take the spoolie and really blend that out. I'm gonna curl my lashes and add mascara. If you have especially short or stubborn lashes, I have a whole video on how I curl my lashes to really stay up. If you want to check that out, look up there. For lashes, I focused on making them really long and wispy. One of my favorite things to do with lip liner lately is to do a really blurry lip edge. It gives it a really youthful, full look. So what I do is I overline the lips just in the middle third, and I take my finger and blur it out. And it looks more just like a shadow. So it's a more natural way of overlining your lips and giving a more full, youthful look. And then I'm going to finish off the lips with a glowy tint. You'll notice I didn't set my face with powder yet. I'm actually going to take my setting spray first. I've tried this both ways, the setting spray after the powder, but I feel like if it's the summertime, it just locks my makeup in place to do a lot of setting spray and then going in with powder second. After you set your face with the spray, wait for it to dry down completely. And then for setting powder, I'm going to go in with the most finely milled powder I own. I feel like it makes a big difference in really giving that super smooth, perfected finish. I also love this little triangle puff. You can buy them on Amazon for really inexpensive, but they make a huge difference because it's easier to really pinpoint and pack on where you want product, but avoid areas you don't want the product. I'm gonna put this under my eyes where I know I'm gonna have a lot of makeup that tries to move around. And then right here where my pores tend to get a little bit oily. So almost like a triangle. And I'm only powdering up the sides of my nose, but not down the middle. Go right here in between the brows and a little bit above them on the sides of my mouth. And basically just point powder where you tend to get more oily. I like to really avoid the top of my cheeks, across the top of my forehead, and down my nose, anywhere where I naturally want to look a little more glowy. And then as a final touch, I'm going in with a powder highlighter. I love my luminescent liquid highlighters, but I just feel like the powder highlighters really pop when I put them exactly where I want them to go. I'm gonna take this one, this is from Rare Beauty, called Enlighten, just on a little brush. I'm applying this to the tip of my nose, right here down the middle of my bridge, but not coming down too far. Goes like right in between where my eyes are and just a tiny bit down. Inner corner of my eyes, and just a little bit on my egg yolk. Right here under my eyeballs. Then to give a little extra pop of color and like you've just been sucking on a popsicle, I like to take a bright red, preferably a long wearing liquid lipstick. And I just put this in the center of my lips on top of whatever color I've already been wearing. And I just kind of blur it out from the inside. And the key to this is keeping it really blurry, mainly concentrating it in the middle third, and then not having as much at the corners. So this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this, and hopefully you picked up a few tips. If you did, don't forget to hit thumbs up, subscribe to see more of my videos, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!
Cause she plays it so cool.